Game has started, and I feel like we have seen this map before. We have a Regicide free-for-all game. It is Diplo as well. It is on Mega Random, and yeah, I'm 100% certain we've seen a map like this before. In the blue, we have Kamisha playing as the Spanish. It is Pick Civilization, by the way. In the green, we have 11, what it is in binary apparently, playing as the Saracens. In the yellow, we have Toxtronic playing as the Mongols. That king has a bird on its back. Dude, run away. Run away, man. In the teal, we have Krazini playing as the Mongols. In the orange, we have Valor Range playing as the Britons. In the purple, we have Bizvivimus, which is the hardest name to say, playing as the Mongols. In the red, we have Python playing as the Franks. Oops, sorry about that. Playing as the Franks. Right there. Take a good long look at it. In the gray, Spooky Sean playing as the Byzantines. As you can see, players are setting their alliances now. And this is good stuff. So, I'm excited for this one. You can see the map has a lot of gold on it. Not a lot of stone, actually. Only 2 tiles, as far as I can see. Interesting to point out that everyone has their own little island, except red and gray. So, it would behoove these two to form an alliance, I think. There is a lot of fish, so fishing will be really important. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you guys remember the game where Dave got wrecked by Little Blast? And let's get some T90 Daves in the chat for that, please. Dave will remember this, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure this is the map where Dave got wrecked by Little Blast, and the legend of Snippy began on YouTube. And you can get the T90 Kings in the chat for that as well, because Snippy, I believe, was positioned here. Kamisha, who actually played, was positioned like here. And Snippy was like dying, had transports of like crossbows and trebs, and then transported them in a similar position to this. Maybe I'm wrong. Dave says this is not our map. Okay, so it looks like Dave has had nightmares of that, and he remembers it clearly. So, as I say clearly, of course, Viper's here, so, you know, go right ahead, and I set you up, Viper, but we'll see what happens here. I really don't like some of the Civ picks, but in the future, we should ban Civs with really good ranged units, like Mongols, Spanish, and we should just ban all those Civs and allow them to do Civ pick. That'd be really nice. We'll do that next game. You have to remind me, though, because I'll forget. So anyway, let's see what happens here. Fishing's going to be important. I don't think any of these players have really bad maps at first glance. I don't know what the skill level's like here. I really don't. I think Krazini, Kamisha... I actually think Krazini and Kamisha are the strongest players. As I say that, Valor Range gets wrecked by a boar. Beyond that, I'm just not familiar with the other guys. But you can already see that there's a dock over here. Krazini and Kamisha also know each other quite well, but they're far apart from one another, so if they want to form an alliance, it's not going to be too easy. Oh! Okay, scout going down. Whose scout was that? Was it Sean's scout? I thought it was teal for whatever reason. Okay, it was Sean's scout. I'm blind. I'm not blind, I'm just colorblind. Okay, you can see Krazini's on his way up already. With Regicide, you start with a lot of villagers, so that's understandable. Also, he's Mongol, so he has the Mongol hunt down here. Makes perfect sense. Spanish, an interesting move for Kamisha, I think. But, of course, Conquistador is quite strong. We could see a lot of king sniping. Kamisha does have his castle right here, which is pretty good for him. I mean, it covers the water there. You change diplomatic stance with Kamisha to enemy, so Spooky Sean's not having any of Kamisha this game. He's going to try and wall this off. You want your castle in a good position. Obviously, you have no say in the matter, but if your castle's protecting your main resources like this, or maybe a crossing like this, it's perfect for you. So better for Kamisha, in my opinion. This is kind of a useless castle for Sean. If you look at Red's castle, I mean, this is a pretty good castle for him because it protects a gold. So I don't know why Python would go for this gold instead of this gold. However, maybe he didn't want it to be in the way. The castle's in the way. No good. This castle, again, like, it doesn't really protect anything. I'm just looking at castles because we have nothing else to talk about for the time being. Now, crossings seem to be pretty fair in between the islands. There's a crossing here as well for orange. So I may accidentally call it True Analysis because True Analysis is always orange and he played in the last game. Also crossing here. So, like Spooky Sean has 2 crossings to get to Kamish if he wants. He can cross here and cross here. And the same goes for red. I will check the alliances once the game continues a little bit further. If you guys have any questions, then go ahead and send them my way now. I have kind of been looking at the game, but I will look at the chat for the next couple minutes. Because this game's going to start heating up fast once the Castle Age comes in. There's no Snippy in this game, so I don't know if there will be any all-in Snippy tactics, but if we do see that, it will be starting shortly. But very happy to have all you guys here. Thank you so much, as always, for the support. I have to thank you again for the amount of support I've had over the past... Well, I mean, I always want to say over the past year, but it's been longer than that now. I really do enjoy this game. I mean, people always ask, are you going to move on to other games? And I'm just like, man, like, this game's awesome. Why would I ever do that, you know? So, just thanks so much, guys. Nimino, I don't appreciate your sass, really. I mean, I would expect better of you. How many more games? That's a question I can never answer, because I just go off my timetable for the day. So when people ask, like, what are you doing? Unless it's an event, I really don't know how many games I'm doing. It depends how I'm feeling. Obviously, I'm just talking nonstop, so it depends how I'm feeling, and things like that. So I would say now, I'll try and help you out here. I would say probably 2 more games after this. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Gonna ask a very noob question. Okay, so people really didn't ask any relevant questions, but one question was asked. Where did the woo-woo-woo come from? Yes, we were casting Masters of Arena 3, Dave and I, and MBL at like 40 minutes didn't have Loom. Dave was like, I'm focusing on this one wolf back here, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on it because I want to see if MBL is gonna lose a villager. And then at one point he's like, Tristan, the wolf, and then, you know, of course MBL got wrecked, and then Dave said woo 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 woo. He said woo woo woo, and that's kind of where it all started. Like, I just kind of kept doing it from there. Okay. So, let's try and focus on what's going on here. Are these 2 friends, or are they not friends? What? How does something like this even happen? Okay, let's see. We have a scout. We have a stable created by Yellow. His scout cannot get out, right? Then we have Yellow's 2 villagers here, walling out Teal's vills. Teal was creating a TC. Now, how does this even happen? How does Teal somehow get his villagers back over here? I guess he's building a house. So Yellow walled the villagers out, building the TC somehow. So weird. So weird. How does Krazini walk away from the town center? Yes, so he didn't want to get housed. So awkward. So awkward. But TC should go up now. Yellow's scout will probably die. But I mean, how does that make any sense? That does not make any sense. The Mangadai for Krazini gonna finish off the scout, and really should finish off those villagers as well. But you can see that Yellow and Krazini are not friends. Let's quickly toggle through the players. You can see Krazini is now allied with 11, Python, and Spooky Sean, while he is enemies with everybody else. I'll go over to Spooky Sean now, and Spooky Sean is allied with Kamisha. Okay. Krazini. Alright. But no one below him. Interesting. I'm going to toggle through all of them. I normally don't do this. It will change, though. Valdo Range is allied with Gamisha, Toxtronic, and Vivimus. This is Valdo range, by the way. Now we'll go to the next player, and that would be Gamisha. Gamisha is allied with Spooky Sean and Valdo range, and that's it. Then we have Toxtronic, of course, allied with 11, Vivimus, and Valdo range. Gotta make sure I get through all of them. 11 here, probably allied with the same Toxtronic and Krazini. Python, allied with Krazini and Spooky Sean. Is Vivimus, allied with Toxtronic and Valdo range. I find some of these alliances very interesting. I don't understand why you'd ally someone that's on the other side of the map. Like, why is he allied with Toxtronic, who's over here? I'll never know. But I think that's everybody now. Krazini, we've already checked, I believe, right? Yeah, we've already checked. So, okay, let's just see if there's any action going on. I don't expect Gamisha to go around sniping. He's going to play metagame. And Gamisha will turtle up, and he will just play for the late game to win. Smarthy, you're going to have to remind me, because I don't know what that is, okay? Unless that's the one with a ton of kings, and I've never seen that before, so that might be cool. Gamisha might be going for a galley rush to try and just get control of the water. This is a very awkward TC now for teal because of that one tower from yellow. We have archery ranges for Toxtronic. Okay, is he taking a page out of Snippy's book? I don't know why Toxtronic is getting forging or why green is getting forging. Huh. Unless he's making Mamelukes. Okay, so if you're new to the game, I don't know your skill levels, you know, those of you watching. Forging is an upgrade for melee units. So that would include Mamelukes, but the rest of the inclusions would be like infantry, like champions or militia, knights, things like that. So when there's castles around in TCs, you're probably not going to be using those units. The only units you might see right now... Oh, he's going fast imp? This guy's a madman. He's going fast imp. Okay, so... Still forging is a questionable decision with fast imp, but maybe he will go for some Mamelukes here. I did see yellow also get forging, and I assume he meant to get fletching, and fletching is an upgrade you'll get for your skirmishers and archers. It looks like he's going for elite skirmishers, or maybe just skirmishers because he wants to attack the Mangadai. There's a castle now for Krazini, and that castle will actually focus down these buildings. So he wants to take out that tower. But 11 is going for the fast imp, and fast imp could actually be devastating. And he just changed Gamisha to ally as well, maybe hoping he could see what Gamisha can see as well. And Gamisha says green trade, I have Spanish trade, market. Okay, so Gamisha is gonna try and befriend this guy, and Gamisha, like I said, plays the late game for sure. He always does. So what's going to be the play from green? That's the question. Is he actually going to trade with Gamisha? It looks like he will trade with Gamisha. And Gamisha's telling him put market further, which would be good. Okay. This will be fun to see. It looks like the guys on the left side of the map are all going to be working together. Because I think Sean is also allied with Gamisha. So Gamisha doing the right thing and forming some alliances. Meanwhile, down here, you can actually see Yellow came down here to stop this castle. Standing underneath here with skirmishers. But skirmishers not going to be enough for him. Other players, again, just booming up. We're going to see large Imperial Age battles. We might actually get to the point where wood control is important in this game later on. Which is going to be a sad sight to see, but it does happen, unfortunately, on Mega Random because there's so much gold. But no sniping, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, team bonus does not work with trade, by the way. Gamish is wrong. But it is possible Gamisha chose Spanish, so he would get the Spanish trade. Because he is that late game type of player. Castle Age upgrade just not coming in for Toxtronic. I actually didn't realize he wasn't in the Castle Age. When I said elite skirmisher, I assumed he was in the castle age. This is a pretty late time for him. So why did 11 go imp? To go Mamelukes, and this is the thing, guys. If you go to the Imperial Age fast imp, you have to have a plan, an immediate plan. If you look, he's at 32 villagers, right? If he had a trebuchet, that would set him apart, because no one in the castle age could have that. So the trebuchet could do a lot of damage, take out TCs, he could camp beneath that. But what he just did, he went to the Imperial Age with a fast imp, and he can't do anything else, right? So he basically hurt himself here. Kamisha, he's on his way to the Imperial Age now, but he has 90 villagers, so Kamisha is much stronger, and if these two were to fight, Kamisha would win easily. The fast imp would have maybe done something with the trebuchet, assuming he wanted to attack, but since he's just going to sit back and trade, it really does nothing for him. You can see that Kamisha is actually trading all the way down here with Sean. So Kamisha is actually using green just for the space. But also green is going to be trading with gray. So pretty interesting setup that these guys have. All of these three are allied. So as far as Diplo goes, these guys are on top of it. It would be nice to see a 4v3 though. I don't think yellow and teal are interested in that. And I think yellow might be the outcast here. Yellow is allied, I believe, with purple or orange. He is allied with, well, purple and orange. So maybe if he allies teal, they'll be able to do the same thing. But they're not thinking about this early trade. I mean, this is quite early, guys. With so much gold on the map. Is it worth it? I don't know. 618 viewers, but no chat activity. Exactly. What's going on, guys? No one's active in the chat. Get those fingers hyping. I really like the move. I'm gonna be honest. I really like this move from the team on the left. You can call it that. We are watching. Yeah, of course. Of course. People are focusing. And eating. Wow, way to rub it in. I'm hungry, man. I really like this move. I can't help but think that if teal does not ally yellow soon, yellow will die. Green is actually going for Onager right now. I wonder what his plan is with that. Okay. Purple has some units here. This I did not see. Valder Range, what is he up to? Some snippy action? No. He has a castle placed here, but he's not building it. Okay, he's gonna build it now. Valder Range is Britons, so he does have that added range. I wonder if Biz Vivimus and Valder Range are planning a snipe on Frazzini. Wouldn't that be something? They could do it too. If they had P-tards, they could definitely do it. Guys, can we get some P-tards in the chat, please? Just to give these guys some energy. I think it's needed. I'm pretty sure they'll feel it.
Yes.
That would be sick. More longbows now. Just make some P-tards, man. Get ballistics. Oh, that'd be beautiful. I think they're communicating now. We help yellow. Oh, yes! They're gonna help yellow out. You know what would really help yellow is if they killed teal. Would be beautiful. Would be beautiful. What's green up to? We know he researched Onager. Maybe he's gonna help yellow as well, or maybe he wants to kill yellow. Well, there we go. Krazzini's gonna be forced back. Krazzini's in the Imperial Age, so this won't be easy.
Yes.
He should have just gone for the snipe. But Krazzini's not liking this now. And Kamisha did the right thing. Kamisha has friends. Krazzini has no friends. It's a dark, dark world for Krazzini. But sadly, I think Krasinni will be okay. I mean, he can make so many Mangudai. He can clear all of this up. Maybe Biz Vivimus will be able to do it though. I mean, he's at 107 villagers. He will hit the Imperial Age now, but that's a lot of Mangudai, and they will be elite soon.
Yes.
Just woke up. Is this a Regicide free-for-all? Yes. T90, why do you use GMT if your schedule is... Oh, the pizza hearts! Killing the Treb! Yellow, you're a legend! The king is there too! Run away, buddy! Run away! Oh gosh, the Hussars are there. He needs to run faster than that. Don't run at petard speed, run at king speed. But, why do I use GMT time for my schedule? Because a lot of people are in Europe. And, it's a time that... I don't know, I just think it's more universal for people, but... That's crazy. Over here... Oh, we actually have Gray attacking Red now. And this is something that we need to pay attention to. Gray's in the Imperial Age, so is Red. So we're looking at Franks versus Byzantines, and if these cataphracts become elite, which they probably will be at this rate, this could be rough. Cataphracts, more upgrades coming in. Toxtronic saying GG. He's not liking what he's seeing. He might be the first to go down, but multiple fights going on now. Well, look at the trade line for these guys at the same time. A lot of trade coming in. And a lot of rams from Spooky Sean. One could say that Python is probably spooked. Seeing Sean here with all this. Toxtronic is just resigning. Teal will win. Just that you know. I don't think Teal will win. He doesn't have any trade, man. But maybe he will. Maybe he will win. He doesn't have any friends. Trade is not necessarily important because there's a lot of gold here. Of course, Teal can get all of this. But I like how Yellow was just letting everybody else know. Kill Teal. That was nice. And Yellow's dead, though. Rest in peace, buddy. Someone has to die first. Okay, where is Red's king? We need to figure out where Python's king is. In a castle, in this castle, okay. Not too far away from the action. Elite Cataphract just completed for Spooky Sean. Yellow didn't destroy the market. Yeah, it's true, he didn't destroy it. I wouldn't be surprised if Krasinni destroys it, though.
Here's money for Simpo Tato S2ET90 Lil Cap Claus.
Okay. That sounded weird. Thanks, man. I'll buy some potato with the Kappa Claus. Thanks for the donation, man. It's really weird how this castle is 21% of the way up, but the Treb's tail is on top of it. Seen that before. It's just one of those weird things of the game. You can see that Kamish is coming down here to gang up on Red. I don't think Red will last very long at this rate. Elite Cataphracts and Cavalier on top of Red. It's like the big three. Gamisha, Spooky Sean, and Green. They're ganging up on everybody here. And I think they're going to do a good job at that. So they might turn on everybody later on in this game. Python, he has Cavalier now, but it's not looking good. And now you can see the Elite Mangudai from Krasinni pushing in towards Orange. Orange should have gone for a snipe earlier, I think. He's in the Imperial Age now, but as the capped rams come in from Krasinni, is he gonna be able to stay alive? I don't think so. Vondius, thanks for the donation again, man. Thanks for the support. Everybody, it's always appreciated. But yeah, so players are going down fairly quick. Credit to Python for hanging on so long here, but the question is he going to have the gold and the food to sustain the Cavalier production? The answer is no. I'm just going to be honest. Look at his population, 76 population. Look at Paladin coming in for Kamisha. The fact that Kamisha's had trade, has been untouched, it's not going to happen. And then Gray's attacking him with Elite Cataphracts. Not going to happen. Sorry, Python. But you're going to need to slither your way to another area of the map to survive this one. Or you're going to need to find an ally quick, because this is not possible for you. Kamisha, this is why he does it. This is why he does it, actually. This is why he plays Spanish. The Bombard Towers. I forgot, and now I remember. He goes for the Bombard Towers. He will Bombard Tower this whole area, and he will make sure he will never be sniped. I forgot about it, but now I remember, because he has done this plenty of times in the past. So he will go for 1,000,000 Bombard Towers, probably the smartest move, and he will make sure he cannot be snippied. But Orange has no towers. He has no real defense here. And I think he will die. And Purple probably needs to just defend at his own base. Needs to make sure he can stay alive. He's going for water control, which I like. But regular Mangadai, okay. Well, he's getting Parthian tactics, not elite. I wouldn't even, if I was Purple, I would just say, you know what? Sorry, buddy. Not gonna happen, because you don't want to waste your units here. There's the king! There's the king! He's running away! Yeah, I wouldn't do anything if I was Purple here. He doesn't want to fight. Siege Onagers could maybe come out, try and do something. But the king can't make it through. Let the king through. Dude, you gotta run. Somehow, Python's still surviving over here. Green's now going in over on this side. He doesn't have Elite Mameluke yet, but he is getting Siege Onager. Misha seems to be helping out on the right side now, building stables.
Yes.
I think Salad made a mod where Bombard Towers are either nerfed or you're unable to build them. I've thought about that in the past, but normally people don't Gamisha. So, I don't know. I mean, what Gamisha does is definitely a wise play, so don't get me wrong. If you want to win the game, that's what you should do. But I think that when you can trade boom and have mega random gold, they are a little bit broken. Sean, Gamisha, and 11 look to be in a great position, not to mention Krazini as well, of course. But Krazini has left this area. He's actually coming back this way. Oh, this is why. Krazini needs to be careful here. He does not want to go in too far. Does he see the Siege Onagers? Destroyed! Destroyed! One shot! 30 kills, and he says ouch for good reason. That castle could go down now. Oh man. That was hard to watch. Good move by him to send in the Hussars. But oh man, more Mangadai going down now to the remaining Siege Onagers. I think the castle will actually go down. That was awesome. Absolutely wrecked. He was wrecked, man. Credit to Red for holding on, but he's now... Well, he's been defeated, but... I assume he either deleted his king or resigned. I want to look at the resources for Gamisha. I mean, look at that. That's to be expected now. Look at the resources for Sean. That's to be expected now as well. He actually has more resources. What I want to see now is a betrayal, and I want to see it early, because I think the best player for it would be Green. It's not easy to do, because if Kamisha realizes and he turns against you, he can just flip the switch and all these Bombard Towers start firing. However, I want to see that now, because there's not many players left. Orange is pretty much out of this, and Krazini's saying everyone is teaming up in Diplo. Yeah, I want to see Kamisha. I feel like Kamisha's in a good spot because he won't die. You know, he just won't die with these towers. Sean has all these resources. Green has all these resources. So someone needs to turn. I feel like Gamisha and 11, they're probably the best players for it because they have ranged units that can snipe. Krazini can't really turn on anybody. He's on his own. But let's not forget about Biz Vivimus. I mean, this guy, he's also on its own, but he does have some good technologies researched. But you can tell what Gamish is doing. He's just getting architecture now, and he's just making sure that these towers have a ton of HP. Protecting the trade. I mean, if you were to build towers all throughout Green's base and then just flip the switch, you could kill Green. The thing is, in a Diplo game, I mean, when I play Diplo, I pretty much just want to kill people from the very beginning, just get it over with, because I don't like to get in these situations, which is why I usually lose. But if you let it go this long, and someone can fortify their base this much, it's going to be harder and harder to do anything. Krazini probably plays more like I do. Very good move from Krazini to pick off these Siege Onagers again. Buki Shaw and Petards and Castles. Does he? No. Nope. Justice King. Oh! Well, they're not as castles anymore. Now, this is the oh, he has so many of them. The problem is, we gotta figure out where Gamish's king is. Cataphracts, they don't kill kings quickly. And I think Gamish just solved this now as well. This is not going to end well. That's where the king is. This is going to be death for Sean. Not going to be good for Sean. The king can run from tower to tower. I'm hoping Gamisha goes down because of the tower strat. Oh! I knew it was coming. There's no way, without a ranged unit. Like, if it was Mangadai or Mamelukes, the king would have gone down. Or Arbalest, you know? But with Cataphracts, with a melee unit, it's not gonna happen. But good point from Chaotic in the chat. Gray can take all these resources. And also, if I were him, I'd just delete the market. Delete it. Gray attacking me. Well, everybody, in my opinion, should be looking to team up on Gamisha. Just because of the way he has his base set up. Krazini's saying anyone want a team. Krazini's in a great spot, though. Krazini can take this gold, which he is. Believe it or not, so is Green. Krazini can take all of these resources if he wants as well, which he's still allowing Orange to take. So Krazini has a lot of resources he can take. He could even take this, too. So Krazini should be okay to fight this back. The problem is he's fighting up against Siege Onagers. But Gray's gonna need to fight Gamisha now. And Gray cannot actually fight in Gamish's space because all those towers. Now Gray, if he wanted to, could go for his own towers in his own base. So he just built some defensive towers. But I don't know if Gray's food economy set up. Actually, he's just making a ton of trebs, okay. And halps, I guess. I was gonna say, I don't know if he's prepared to defend this. Cataphract should be fine. If he can mass them enough, because it doesn't look like he's able to defend his eco at the moment. Dropping down to 115 population while Gamish is still at 200. Not looking good for Sean. Meanwhile, Gamisha's somehow pushing over here. I don't know how Krazini is allowing this to happen. I still feel like, I mean, with all the map control he has, he should be doing more. Biz Vivimus has been on the water, so maybe that's part of the reason why. Something I missed. He has cannon galleons. Wouldn't it be something if he gets all of this map control with just water control? Which is actually possible. He's defending his base with siege onagers and walls, and then he has cannon galleons. I mean, this is still doable for Biz Vivimus, who we haven't talked about because he's not engaging in any of the land attacks. Maybe Krazzini is just kind of caught in two minds. Do I attack on water? Do I attack on land? He does have 71 military. I like the siege rams from him. He's taking out those towers. The Mamluks can come right in though and take this out. I want to just take a look and see if Krazzini is allied with anybody at the moment. And then we'll take a look at the fight on the left-hand side. He's allied with Spooky Sean, okay. And look at the amount of gold Krazzini has. It's a lot of gold. Over here, you can see that Kamish is still trying to push in. You can see the trade is pretty much stopped. You can see that Kamisha also has a lot of... Actually, Kamisha might be out of wood now. Yeah, I think Kamisha's pretty much out of wood. That's why he has a lot of idols. Let's take a look at his wood count. Still has a lot of wood left for now. And a lot of units left as well. Don't rush, please. Just defending at the moment. Okay. You doing nothing, says Kamisha. Alright, well, a lot going on, and actually a lot of players I think have a shot. Green could ally Krazzini. He has a lot more wood. Well, actually, that's Kamisha. Still Green in a good position with his technologies, I think. Sean still has all the space down here if he wants it, but actually Biz Vivimus is down here, who is another player who has a shot. Maybe lessens the chances that Sean has. As Sean is losing a lot down here, or up here. You want heavy demos? Well, yeah, I think that'd be really nice to see. Krazzini's getting raided heavily down here. Biz Vivimus is avenging Valdarage. By the way, Valdarage is still down here. He's still alive. I don't know where his king is, but oh, he's making petards. This guy. We haven't talked about him in how long? And he's still alive. Still alive and well. Actually, this is probably where his king is. I can't believe it. He's a 65 pop, his king's in there, and he's making petards, guys. And he's gonna go for the snipe. And that's gotta be where Krazzini has his king. That would be one of the best snipes I've ever seen. Almost an hour into the game, the guy's at 60 some pop, and like a third of the pop is just petards. We need heavy demos in the shallows. Yes, that'd be great, but unfortunately I can't tell the players what to do. They're not listening to me. They're playing the game. Many of them probably nervous, playing in front of almost 1,000 people. I'm sure you'd be nervous too. And somebody researching treason now. Now, somebody made a joke last night. I hosted somebody, Xavier, and he was calling it spies. It's actually treason, but we're going to call it spies for the sake of this joke that I'm stealing. And he said, somebody researched spies. I bet you they despised that. Oh, I love me some corny jokes. Oh, a big fight here. Krazzini. Oh, there are some demos for you guys. It might have been a misclick. Krazzini's actually going to potentially push this away on water, which is really good for him. You pushing teal, I try to. I wonder if Green is playing politics here. I wonder if he's actually interested in killing Krazzini, or if he wants to kill Gamisha. Because Gamisha has kind of been stalled here. I mean, Spooky Sean's down to 83 pop for sure, but Gamisha's losing units that he does not want to lose. You guys didn't like the joke? Come on, I know you like the joke. Heavy demo from Krazzini. Okay, this is intentional. There you go. You guys got your T90 demos. Krazzini needs to be careful though, because the petards are coming to town. What's the most views at once you've ever had? Over 5,000. Next skull was over 9,000. That was with a host, though. I think the most I had without a host was 2,500. In fact, it should be exclamation mark record or something like that, if that was adjusted. Okay, so that's where the king is. Krazini will not be able to see anything that walks in until it gets to there. Now, if Krazini defends here with some ships, that'd be really good. But for now, he's defending back here, and oh my gosh, the demo train is on its way. Okay, we're gonna control group that. You can see Gamish is just selling the world. Just ruining the economy. Okay, it says 2,100. The record's wrong, though. It was 25. I went back and checked. Unfortunately, Biz Vivimus is losing everything there, and if the demos come in here, he will lose a lot more, depending on how these units engage. The demo's coming in here. Won't find anything, but if he sits him on the shallows, that'd actually be quite nice. Green has actually changed teal to enemy. And, oh, the demos are just gonna sit here. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh, well, no longer disappointing because they're running away. Oh! Why does... Oh! Oh! I missed it! Green ran in with a transport, and now the king is running away! And Krazini's saying bastard! Holy cow! I missed it because of the transport. It was so sneaky, and Krazini just barely survived. Oh man, where did he send that thing? How did he get through there? That was clutch from Krazini, I have to say. Where did he go? If he went this way, he would not have made it. He had to have gone this way. That is a really nice move. And now the king is here, and that is not far away from all of this. Now over here, you can see that the onslaught of Gamish is still happening. The petards now for orange. Oh my gosh, are over here, and they're thinking about going back. Valderange says X a king. So you can see Vivimus and orange are working together.
No.
Now I know that Krazini and Gamisha know each other, so they're saying mercy, mercy. This is where the king is for Krazini. Krazini is top score, guys, and we saw before how he handled his Elite Mangadai against the Siege Islanders. He cannot do anything here. Nothing he can do against this. Oh my gosh. Go back, Krazini. Oh, he chose to fight this, and he's gonna get destroyed. Wrecked. Nothing he can do here except die. Look at his resources. He just needs population space. Just needs to run away. His king needs safety. He needs to go somewhere else. You can see that the rams from green are still here. He has nothing left back at home. The Siege Islanders are focusing down the castle, believe it or not. Mamluks are around. Hussars need to focus down the Siege Islanders. The demo's now coming in here at the same time to clear up blue, which is really going to help him out. But oh man, which way is the king going to run? The king's back here now, barely surviving. Krazini must be on edge. Green has his rams back here now. The king is right there. Oh, ships from Biz Vivimus. I doubt he'll be able to snipe it, but how clutch would that be? Where does Orange have his petards? Not doing anything right now. Jeez, Biz Vivimus is down here now. The king is right there. Right there. Biz Vivimus just needs to fire and hope. You can't even see the king at the moment. Mamluks are there. Krazini's just hiding. He doesn't think he can get back to his own base. It looks like Biz Vivimus, and understandably so, does not know there's a king there. Don't tell me. Okay. But he's right there still. The king is just hiding next to the ships, man. Oh, the Mamluks! The Mamluks are there! Run, king, run! Are you kidding me? There's a transport now coming in, but the transport will go down! The king needs to run back! Oh my gosh! Well, another transport is needed! The Mamluks must be on stand ground or something. Now the Mamluks are coming in. They need to get the king, but they're attacking the villagers! This is insane! Another transport from Krazini now! Krazini's at 130 population, and if you see his resources, he can still play in this game. Now he's running away. Is there anything that can stop him? I think he's fine now. Oh, holy cow! Alright, I think he has survived for now. Still has a large navy, he just needed to keep his king alive. And it's hiding here for now. Now, Orange has his petards over here, and I think Orange just wants to kill somebody. I don't know where, I really am still worried about this guy, but I think he's fine now. I don't know where Spooky Sean has his king. Make sure he's fine, yeah, okay. Spooky Sean really is not the guy to kill, in my opinion. His king is not there. These are fakes. Where's his king? Who is he allied with? Allied with Green? I doubt it's in Green's castle. Is it with Biz Vivimus? I have no clue where Spooky Sean's king is. But it might be close. They could also go for Gamisha. You can see that Krazini will be fine now as he defends his king. Teal, you got any food? Okay, so they're communicating. I honestly don't know what's going on with this game at the moment. You can see the trade between green and blue still going. Green saying sorry, want to ally again. And Krazini's like, screw you. Well, I don't know where to look. Normally there's always somewhere to look. I don't know where to look at the moment, guys. Check below Teal's base on water. Oh, what? Oh, that's where Spooky Sean made it. Okay, so Spooky Sean made it here.
Yes.
That's where his king is, guys. Alright.
No.
So somehow Sean transported down here, and he is safe. For now.
Food.
Okay. So he's gonna transport away again. To safety. And credit to Sean for staying alive, man. Well done, Sean. Hanging in there. Let's look at the resources for Gamisha now. Not the greatest, actually. For green. Great. For Krazini, we know it's great. Biz Vivimus. Holy cow! Look at this guy! I cannot believe... This is the guy to ally with right now. Hey, can I have some gold? Gold, please. Like, seriously. Oh, man. Oh, no. No, I mean, of course he has resources to spare, but this is not what you want to do with your units. Cannon galleons need to be behind. Galleons in front. But look at the resources he has. That's nuts. Okay, siege onagers are here. Valdo is also, yeah, back in this game. I still think that Gamisha could lose this fight, because the siege onagers actually will take out some of these units, and of course the cannon galleons are strong. But in the end, Gamisha will probably produce more units, and he's closer to his docks. And I don't have faith in Biz Vivimus and his unit control after the first couple engagements. Let's take a look at Valdo. Valdo, I mean, he's booming up his eco, guys. How many groups of petards does he have now? Oh my god, what are you doing, man? What's the point of this? Maybe he's in communication with Gamisha? He's allied with... Well, not Gamisha. Gamisha's like, not happening. Dude, Gamisha, he wasn't gonna do anything, man. Do you know how long it took him to make those? Just unit pathing. Just unit pathing, okay. OMG, purple is winning, says Gamisha. Honestly, purple's doing a heck of a job. And now, of course, Gamisha is is allying him. I love the unit pathing comment. Alright, well, what's Krazini doing? A lot of water control. I think it's really important to get the extra gold locked down. Like, you don't want the extra gold collected. Or you don't want the enemies to collect that extra gold. Obviously, you want to collect it. That's what I meant. It just didn't come out right. All this extra gold Gamisha's collecting is so important, not to mention he's trading right now. Krazini needs to keep that in mind. the water control will definitely help. It was just a prank, says Green. What was just a prank? What was just a prank? Oh, for real? What am I constantly missing? I don't see any green on the minimap. It could be that green is now just being destroyed. Let me look at Kamisha. He is allied with green now, but green doesn't seem to have a lot left. Oh, Sean deleted his market. That's what started all of this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Biz Vivimus, look what he just said. Okay, look what he just said. Read it again. Out of gold. FFS. Oh, lends me gold orange. Look at his gold. He has a relic as well, and there's gold right here if he needs it. This guy, so smart. So incredibly smart. He's even taking gold from poor Orange, who has an army of petards, and that's it. But Orange has longbows now. Oh, man. He's the most gold in the game, and he's asking people for resources. Wonder who taught him that. Viper. Okay, Mameluke's coming over here. We're gonna see some big engagements. You know big engagements are coming in when players are not doing anything for a while and massing up their units. Trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Game planning. I'm not sure what the monastery move from Spooky Sean was, but that's weird. Oh, why did Valderange just... Is it Vald Orange or Valderange? I'm gonna say Valderange. Why did, it just dawned on me. He just sent 5k gold to Gamisha. Is he gonna turn on the guy who helped him live? Wouldn't that be something? I don't know, but I think we're gonna see a snipe. Vald is gonna run down here. Krazzini does not have his king here anymore, as far as I know. I think he has it in the corner? Yeah, right there. Do they know it's there?
Yes.
They do know it's there. Wow. Okay, you can see an engagement over here. These guys just fighting hussars, not a big deal. This is what we want to focus on. So the navy from Biz Vivimus and the land units from Orange, which Orange has unpacked. Wouldn't it be the sickest thing if Orange acted like he was going to go with Biz Vivimus, came back, and then killed Biz Vivimus? That would be the best. That would be the best betrayal ever. But I think that was an accident. Just thinking of possibilities here. Kamisha and Green need to keep their trade route running. That's why they're prioritizing this area. Krazzini really just holding this area as he... Well, he doesn't really worry about those two. Just worrying about surviving. Okay, so you can see the Navy's gonna battle here. Orange still has not done anything yet. Oh, Krazzini's coming around. This is gonna be one heck of a trap. I'm really not sure what Orange is doing with his units. But he's gonna need to run out of here if Krazzini comes around. I think Krazzini wants to come back here. I think that's his game plan. Oh, a demo ship! Ooh, boom! Krazzini shouldn't be too worried. I still think Krazzini will be okay here in a second. Oh, please, Orange. I guess it's good he didn't send them in earlier, right? But now would be even worse. Definitely should not go in. But he's dilly-dallying enough to make me think that he at least wants to send them in. Getting ballistics now. Okay, is the king in there? We'll find out here in a second. There it is. He has one opportunity. Not gonna happen.
Yes.
And Vivimus is saying, yeah, it's in there. Well, they don't have an opportunity now. Please tell me orange is... I'm really thinking he's gonna go for purple, but I don't know where purple has his king, you know? Is it in red's TC? No, I'm gonna follow these ships. Where is purple's king? Does anybody have an idea? It's not in any of his TCs. None of his castles, he only has one. None of his TCs. It could be in someone else's building, but... I mean, orange is unpacking everything here. He's unloading everything here. That's where it is! He's gonna kill him! Look at the resources Vivimus has! He's dead! The liar gets destroyed! Oh my gosh! That was amazing! I don't care if he wins. I don't care if he wins, but that's just classic Diplo. That is just classic Diplo, man. Beautiful play. Just wonderful play there from Valdo Range. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. And that's just a highlight from another game, just to tease you. Man. I mean, he doesn't gain anything from that, right? He doesn't gain anything from that, but I still like it. I still like it because it's just a classic betrayal. I'm still gonna get the replay to work here. Well, no, I'm not. A little bit too late. I still can't get the darn thing to work because I didn't get VLC set up. But sadly, that still puts Trzini in a bad spot because he has no allies. We'll see how the Siege Onagers do here. Look at this. Trzini's patrolling in, and he's gonna get wrecked. How many times have we said that today? Man. And now the demo ship's coming in. Now the demos won't fare as well, but we might get a couple shots. Oh, Trzini! 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 He's not firing! Jeez. We're gonna have to see a betrayal again. There can only be one winner. But Trzini has no allies. Orange does have the longbows. Keep in mind, Sean is still alive down here. Sean could always could always pull a Trzini. I mean, not a Trzini, an orange. But trade's got to be so important now, surely. I mean, yeah, I mean, Kamisha's just banking up so much from the trade. He doesn't have any conquistadors being made at the moment. I really want to see green or blue turn on one another, but it's got to be really difficult for Kamisha to justify that. Because then he won't have his trade, and he's going to be up against Mamluks and Siege Onagers, so that's not going to be an easy combo for him. Alright, Teal's killing some of his villagers off. I still want to see how many resources Trzini has. Vivimus, if you're there, I still feel bad for you, man. I mean, that's one heck of a way to go out. Probably did not expect that to happen. And you had a great shot. You had a great shot to pull this game back. If not, one of the best shots to pull this game back. But I just had this feeling the entire time as I was watching Orange that he just wanted to watch your units die and not help out. Just had this feeling. And though I like the play from Vivimus to say like you had no gold, maybe he sensed that you were trying to, you know, take him for a ride. Geez, large armies here. Sean has paladins, Mangadai now from Trzini and Hussars. They need some rams, but as you can see, everybody's killing villagers. Sean says, after you. What are the market prices? I'm actually not familiar with the market price on the overlay. If you guys happen to know how to access that, let me know. I normally don't do that. We kill Teal army now, says Gamisha. I mean, Teal has a crazy amount of resources still. He trading at all? Oh, he's about to. I mean, Cruzini, assuming he can trade, he should be in a great spot. I feel like we still need to watch Orange. Because if you look at this guy, he still has elite longbows, and I feel like he wants to just snipe. You missed what happened to Purple. Well, Purple had his king here, and Orange just went over there and sniped him. Purple was expecting Orange to help, and instead, Orange actually took the transports he was gonna use to help, ran around here, unloaded, and sniped. It was the ultimate betrayal. But I'm looking for another ultimate betrayal. I like the demo idea from Cruzini, because the moment green comes across, he can get exploded. So it's not a bad idea. Tato, man, thanks for the host. Get the woo-woo-woos in the chat, please, for Tato. Guys, just joining. This is a free-for-all Diplo game with some of the viewers, and this has been an exciting one. Right now, blue and green are allied, and teal and gray are allied. Orange is by himself after just killing purple. For pretty much no reason at all. Click on the market and see. That doesn't do anything. We'll see what happens. We're gonna see a fight here. I like the fact Gamisha, I mean, the thing is, Gamisha is so campy, I don't see him winning this. He pretty much relies on his allies. He sits ships here. He has ships here. I don't see, he sits ships here. He has so much population just guarding his own base, I don't see him winning this. On his own. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna have Hussars, Mangudai versus, well, and Paladins versus Mamluk, Paladins, and ton of Siege Onagers. Oh, where are the demos now, Cruzini? Cruzini, where are the demos now? Imagine the demos there. Oh, man. That would have been perfect timing. A Tato host and demos killing about like 30 Siege Onagers. This is not going to be good. Guys, get the Rex ready because this is going to be destruction. Really good micro from Sean to run away. If he can focus these down, that'd be huge. But the Mamelukes going to be so huge here. And the pathing just awful for the Paladins. As MBL would say, you don't have Paladins anymore. Siege Onagers doing work here. And you have to think now that 11 and Gamisha feeling good about this engagement, but Cruzini will have the resources to continue to send in units. And he's sending in Hussars now to pick off these Siege Onagers. More Mamelukes are needed. And with the lack of stone this map started with, it's going to be hard to continue to produce Mamelukes. There's only 2 castles for this player here. And in come more Mangudai, all of a sudden from Cruzini. I'd like to see more demos. There they are. Cruzini needs to build more docks up here. But they're holding for now. Okay, meanwhile, I'm expecting a snipe. It looks like Orange is helping out. So, Orange is helping out against Gamisha and against Green, but is he going to try and snipe? Well, it looks like demos here are going to prevent him from doing that. What's Gray's resources? Okay, I can show you that, no problem. Next to nothing. He's actually at 22 population. So I don't know if you sent those resources or what, but after losing those Paladins, that's pretty much all he had. The demo ship cleaning this up, and like I said, I don't think that, like Gamisha right now, he has 85 military, but what is he doing with it? It's all sitting over here, sitting here, blocking his own trade even, sitting here, sitting here now. Running away. Cruzini needs... Can we just have a round of applause for Cruzini? Because he did not start trade early. He did not have this... Well, 2 allies in the very beginning. Like, Cruzini has been a boss this game. Gamisha, I mean, he's played it smart, but he has not played it with pride, I would say. And Cruzini has just been phenomenal this game. more resources now because he got more map control early on, and he's using his population effectively. Now, it looks like Krazini is aware that Orange is going to be coming in with Pitards and Longbows, so he has just a couple demos here, and that should be enough. What is that from Orange, by the way? Orange is just being a pest, and there's always that one player. Oh, look at that! More Pitards! So, it looks like Transport is the way to go if you want to snipe kings. Krazini, though, has his king over here, so that should be safe. That's a large navy from Gamisha coming down. I wonder if he brought his navy from the choke points now. Looks like he did. He's now sending in Paladins. So Gamisha coming a little bit less campy, and also the siege ram is going to be huge for Gamisha. I really like this move from him. So finally, it seems like he's pushing out. But Krazini's aware of this, and he's going to start defending this area. Now you can, oh man, it looks like we missed some demo shots, but more demos coming in. I can just hear Tato going crazy. Get the demos in the chat, guys, as the demos destroying the siege onagers now. Doing a great job. You can just see a line of siege onagers from the demos. Krazini using his units effectively this game. I'm becoming a bit of a Krazini fanboy, seriously. Doing a great job, and now we have the battle down here. I don't think this is one that Krazini should be taking, really, with the siege rams there. I guess if he takes this one out, it won't be too bad. Actually, it won't be bad at all. Gamisha probably thinking it was good, but he's been attacking the stock, and he will be pushed back, and Krazini's just on top of it, man. Siege workshops from Orange. Orange has allied Spooky Sean, by the way, and it is just obvious that Orange wants to just kill kings. Spooky Sean, I'm not sure if he allied Orange back. He did. Huh, okay. Very weird, very weird. I don't know, guys, I don't know why there's lag. If there's lag, you just have to refresh. Simple as that. It just takes a quick refresh. Because the stream isn't dropping. It's probably my ISP, so I'll blame it on my ISP. Anyway, there's a couple interesting elements to this now. Is map control, and it's water and land map control. It's like, what do you want to do? Obviously water is very important here. I feel like the demos are an important element. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack Pro 11. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Welcome to the T90 Elite. Nice shot there with the siege onagers. Wow, you heard the explosion, but it didn't happen? This HD? This HD? What's up with the bugs, man? What's up with the bugs? I had to throw an HD jab in there. Ooh, gosh! Look at the siege onagers coming over! Jeez! Jeez Louise! Have to be careful, the Paladin's now coming in! The demo could come in too! Oh, great attack ground there! But still, so wasteful. So very wasteful, but you have to focus on water, you have to focus on land, you have to focus on the resources left on land as well. And also you have to think about who you're allied with. Will they snipe you? And it's almost impossible to focus on all these things at once, so it's a risk-reward situation. Yeah, let's get the 13 in the chat for the blame it on your ISP, because definitely blames Comcast a bit for some of the issues I've had today. But to be honest, after I've moved out, the ISP has been a little bit better. If I do end up moving to another state, which I'd like to do within the next year or two, then I will move to an area that has better internet. Like, my internet speeds are fine, but this particular apartment does not have consistent internet, apparently. You can see Kamisha, for example, and Green, they have all this gold here, which is huge, and all this wood. So as far as map control goes, I mean, they have the trade set up and they have the wood and the gold there. So while they might not be pushing here, that is just a ticking time bomb that Grazzini and co do not want to continue to tick. Orange moving. Where is he moving? He's moving up here. Am I missing something else? Oh, gosh. Hold on a second. Well, those are empty, right? I believe those are empty. There's so many things to focus on, so feel free to just alert me in the chat if you see something that I might be missing. I still see Orange has that transport there. I believe he's just forgotten about it. Empty transports there. Still the push from Grazzini here. Kamisha's saying no wood. That's not necessarily true. You guys do have wood here. It must be out of wood, I suppose, now, says Orange. Dude, just delete your walls and move your ships here, guys. Like, holy shit. Come on. You're talking about how clumpy this is, but just move your units. Okay, so obviously when Orange sniped, it helped the game and hurt the game in a way. I think the game itself it hurt because Purple would still have a large part to play in this one. But as a spectacle, it helped because that was a really cool thing to focus on and it was hilarious. But if he does it again, if he kills Grazzini, that pretty much ends a large part of what we have left. So I hope he doesn't kill Grazzini. And it doesn't look like he will. But if he tries to snipe, that would be amazing. If he tries to snipe somehow, some of the other players would be amazing.
Just wake up and you are streaming.
Best day ever for you, and a big fight for commission now. Thanks, man, for the donation. Everybody for the subs and everything. It all adds up. I appreciate it. This game is still going on. These guys like don't have wood. They're running out of gold. They don't have a lot left, and it's great to see people in the community playing these games and focusing so much. But Kimisha and 11, they are chasing Grazzini down. Where is Orange hiding all the military? He has 145. That's a very good point. It looks like he's sending a lot of it up here. So he has a decent amount here. So that, I mean, that's a lot. Then he has petards in there, and then he has units here as well, and maybe some in that castle. So I don't think he's necessarily hiding a lot. But it's probably a wise move for Kamisha to go back here. And I did see Kamisha say something earlier. Kamisha said, if we control water, it forces him to go Mangadai. So I think they're going to prioritize water a bit more. And if he goes Mangadai, the Siege Onagers will do a little bit more work. So Grazzini maybe not prioritizing water as much now, and maybe that'll be bad for him because the Mangadai out in full force for him now. But a lot of onagers now from Orange. So it definitely looks like Orange is going to be going on land, and I would prefer the water control. Gamish is at 101 military, which is his highest number in a long time. Orange has a king snipe group around teal. Well, not down here. I mean, if you're talking about this group, I think he's thinking about it. The resub from Sir Jamie. Welcome back to the T90 Elite, man. Just toss the woo-woo-woos in there, guys. If you're just getting here, man, welcome. He's definitely making petards, but he's sending them out this way, so it's kind of confusing. Orange is very, very confusing, but he's losing. And that was me abusing the rhymes. Oh man, I got a third one in there as well. That was clutch. Very, very nice work from green and blue. Finally, I think doing a good job with their unit composition. Still, it's going to be hard for them to push in further, but I think what they need is just a critical mass of Mamelukes, really. Because the one thing Grazzini has not had is Siege Onager himself, which could take out those Mamelukes. So if they had Mamelukes and some Siege Onagers, they'd be a good combo. So maybe if Gamisha goes with the Galleons and then just full land from green, that'd be good. I don't know. Okay, more docks now from Orange. I still feel like Orange has in the back of his mind, he just wants the highlights. What map is this? It is mega random. I think as time goes on, this is going to be more and more difficult for Crazini. Is green thinking about sniping blue? I kind of feel like they need each other right now. Why have they not? Oh, I guess Sean has been defeated.
Sorry, but I can't let my friend take the top donation and you deserve it T90, so why not lol.
Was that his king? Bondius, thanks, man. I'm not sure how Sean died. As much as I like Sean, I think that's irrelevant now. Just because he was at 9 population. I believe that's his king, because they signaled. Everybody said, what? What? He may have just committed suicide there. You can't let your friend take the top donation. Alright, well, thank you. What's gonna happen now? It's a 2v2. Crazini seems to have run out of steam. Are we gonna see a betrayal or just a straight out 2v2 until one team dies and then a betrayal? Oftentimes once it gets to this point, we see just a 2v2 and then once it gets down to the end they say GG, I'll resign or something like that. And then everybody who has bet on these oh jeez. Everybody who has bet on these players gets really upset with that. This is going to be really good for Crazini. For a second, I thought it was all blue. I thought it was all Gamisha here, but it's not. And Crazini is going to kill all these units. Meg and I are actually pretty good against ships, too. The Siege Auditors coming out. Still, not a lot of elite Mamelukes. We got to look at the resources these players have now. Also, we have to look at Orange. Still not doing much with the sniping. Crazini, remember, he had a ton of resources. He's running low now. Does he have any lumberjacks? Nope, none. Look at the other players now. Look at green. He does have some working lumberjacks right there. And similar resources to Crazini. Misha, oh my gosh, the Spanish trade. And I believe he has a little bit of lumber. But with the amount of gold he has to be favored now. He's just clearing out the camels from Vivimus that he had left. So I think Gamisha is now the strongest player in this game. Just with the amount of resources he has. But you never know. You never know. Because there's one unit that sets everybody apart. And that's the king. If it dies, you're done. There must be blue ships on the way. If there was one player I would want to do something right now, it would be Orange. I want to see Orange go all the way around the map. Just drop some transports and just go for it. Just kidding. That wouldn't work. You know what? If he were to drop transports here, no, it still wouldn't work. He would need a lot of trebs and a lot of luck because those bombard towers would destroy everything really fast. Never mind. I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping for a snipe, right? Right side, Orange. Oh, jeez. Thank you so much. Okay, so Crazini sees that. I think Orange is going for Green's base. I need to see what's in there. And take a peek. Etards cross. This is a snippy combo, guys, if I ever saw one. Orange doesn't have a lot of resources. But Green, oh, Green has demos there, man. Green has demos there. That's not going to be good. And Blue has Navy there. But you know what? Like, he could get lucky and go around all that. Just maybe.
Yes.
Alright, that's not going to happen. You can see these skirmishers will eventually go down to Paladin's Gamisha will send in. Gamisha is slowly pushing in on the left, and now you can see the push is coming in on the right for the first time in a long time. But Crazini's just holding here. They're trying to get their trade up and running. Looks like Orange is going back now. I don't know why, if he's trying to attack Green, he's going back. Maybe he's going to go all the way around to Blue. Who knows? Cav Archer, I don't know why you keep sending 27 Sean to me in the chat, but if you could clarify, that'd be great. Put your king in my bombard tower. They will try to snipe for sure. Kamisha, that sounds like the biggest joke you've ever heard. Then I'm at your mercy. Come on, Kamisha. If you're gonna try and trick someone, at least be a little bit more creative. Put your king in my bombard tower. Please. Please. Come on. That was awful. That was an awful attempt. A joke of an attempt to snipe someone's king later on in the game. Kamisha should be favored in every fight from here on out. Like, it really depends on how much trade Krazini can get up and running. Right now he actually has 51 trade cards. But he doesn't have the trade distance. At least does... No, those are villagers. So, as this fight goes on, Krazini had the... Well, the best fight from the early stage, but... It doesn't look... Ah, it's so hard to call. Krazini should win this fight, but I'm keeping in mind how many resources players have. I'm still crediting Krazini for all these fights. I mean, keeping his Magadai alive, doing a great job. Looks like Orange is going around this way. Okay, so Orange is going to go try and snipe Kamisha. It's going to be so hard for him to snipe Kamisha. Kamisha has his base set up so well for this. Really smart move for Green not to send his king in there. I would just keep it where it's at. It should be safe. Maybe if he were to get some outposts up, he can be a little bit more secure, or just patrol his demos around a little bit. That way no snipes would happen. But Green is pushing in like a madman, killing all these buildings. Kamisha's resources in comparison to Krazini, probably a very good thing to look at. Okay, so Kamisha going with more water control, still has a lot of gold coming in. He also has 2 relics as well. I'll tell you what, Kamisha really set himself up for the late game here. Can he finish the game off? We will see. If you look at the military count, 95 military. Only 22 villagers, though. Well, I guess that makes sense, considering he can't reseed farms easily without wood. Hey, why not, right? That's the logic I can attach to that anyway. Might need to be more cautious with that. Still, Krazini having the amount of trade cards he has. He's not doing too bad. But can he fight the Saracen army? The Saracen Tower House army? I don't know. It's like... Normally I do size 4 on matches like this just because they can go into the late game. Almost too far into the late game. You're seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, no, Orange. Don't make the mistake of doing that, please. Don't make the mistake of doing that. Oh, jeez. I think Kamisha will clean this up now. Good awareness by him. Orange is just gonna run away. Good attempt, buddy. Good attempt. Orange, I think, should just try and trade Boom a bit and try and get back into this. I just destroyed the market I was trading with. No! Krazini! Wow, that's a horrible mistake. Actually, he could always trade with this one. So it's not the end of the world. But you can see right here, that's what he... that's what he destroyed. Green says, okay, it's funny, everybody's making mistakes at the same time. Green says, forgot bloodlines the whole game. It's right, I didn't point it out, so... It never happened. I'm getting bloodlines now. This is gonna be so rough. Like, how will this game end? I'm trying to think of ideas. Oh, orange went back. The bombard tower is going to destroy. You really need siege rams for these things. Or trebuchets, but it's going to be hard to sit trebuchets down when there's so many. Well, that worked. I admire Orange's determination, but I think if he's gonna continue to play, he needs to think late game and trade. Hole in Krazzini's wall. Might be the case, but I think Krazzini has enough resources to continue to fight this, and I think the fight is now starting. Misha likely will just lose another fight here as this ram comes in the demos. Well, I was assuming that the Mangadai would come in to help out. So actually, I don't know. Green's coming in now as well. This would be a good fight for Gamisha and co. Really? Oh my gosh! That was a huge demo shot on those Paladins though. Oh my gosh! Krazzini with the 11. It's really nice, but Krazzini needs to be careful. I think he should even run away here because the siege Jonikers and the amount of galleons coming in. I don't know. This is the furthest that Kamisha and Green have gotten this entire game. Orange has just resigned. These Paladins are just kind of hanging out there. This is right where the trade is for Krazzini. Really good push from Gamisha and from Green. Like I said, I think the Mamelukes, exactly what they need. If the Mamelukes get in here, Mangadai are going to have to continue to run. Oh, another demo shot as well. The demos are real. And more demos coming in. Can they focus down the demos before they do more damage? It doesn't look like Gamisha is able to do that. And another one gonna connect. More coming in. Are you kidding me? Focus them down with the galleons, Gamisha. Oh man, Krazzini's having a field day. Oh, love me some demos. So all the land units that were on the marsh have just been focused down, for the most part. Death by Drew with the sub. Thanks so much for the sub, man. Welcome to the T90 Elite. Every single sub helps out, guys. Green needs to betray now or he loses. Harry Truman, that is a true statement. I'm so cringe. Yeah, it's so true, man. He definitely needs to think about it. In fact, he does have some things in his castles. Maybe it's a fake, or maybe he's thinking about this. If I can find him. Nope, it's fake. Dang it. I'm really thinking about that as well. Krazzini's on his own. Gamisha might be thinking about the same thing, but I don't see any conquistadors coming out, and you definitely want a ranged unit. Krazzini's still holding on, and keep in mind that Krazzini actually has some trade. Because Orange didn't delete his markets, so all is good in the hood for Krazzini. It's still going to be very difficult because you can see Gamisha's really doing a good job now at keeping up the production on water. And oh man, I really like this move with the forward docks.
will never take over the top donation.
Man, donation war. Jeez. Alright, well, thanks man. Thanks guys. Have to say, I never experienced a donation war, but not too bad. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support, guys.
Yes.
I have to look at Krazzini's resources again. He's actually housed at the moment. I think the real struggle for him will be wood. Remember, he doesn't have any wood coming in at the moment. And some of his trades actually in range of Gamisha's units, so he's losing trade, which is not good at all. If I were him, I would delete this market, and then his trade should be safe, because then the trade would run a little bit closer to the other side of the water. This is really messy. Gamisha needs to think about this. I mean, sorry, not Gamisha. Gamisha probably is thinking about this, and he's living the dream. He needs to think about this. Green needs to think about sniping. Not doing. Look at that. That ship is beached. Oh man, so many galleons from Gamisha. This is oh wow, I didn't see this. I did not see this. Beautiful move from Gamisha. Love it, love it. So this is called recognition. This is the definition of recognition, and he saw this here. He knew there were shallows on the map. He knew that Crazini needed his trade, so he looked for the shallow, he found it, and now the trade is dead. And there's really nothing Crazini could do.
Don't listen to him, Tristan. He's donating blood money to you, Kappa.
Alright, I won't listen, I promise. Surely now, Gamisha has the edge over Crazini in this fight. But where is Green? He has some siege onagers. He has some Mamelukes. Can he do more here? I'm gonna toggle over so I can look at his resources, because the time will come where he will need to... Oh gosh, the demos. The demos. The time will come where he will need to attack Gamisha. So, is he thinking about that now? Is he thinking ahead? He should be. But he's not. One of my biggest pet peeves, really. Because you know Gamisha, he's thinking about it now as well. Gamisha's thinking, you know what? I gotta be on the lookout. So Green, if anything, should have done it a little bit earlier, but... I don't know. This guy's still not out of it. Crazini's still not out of it. But it's looking like it, right? You have to appreciate how many demos Crazini has used. Look at his kill-death ratio this game. It's really, really nice. Considering he's been on his own most of this game. It's been impressive. Green's population is low. It is low, but... yeah, it's startlingly low, actually. He doesn't have many villagers. 6 villagers. So... How does that make any sense? Oh, 84 trade. I was like, okay, 6 villagers, 24 military, 84 trade. Wow. Definition of a trade boom right there. So what's Crazini's game plan? What's Gamisha's game plan? What's Green's game plan? Like, what are they going to do here? I see this transport from Crazini. It could be old. What are they gonna do here? Gamisha is the most active player at the moment. He's definitely booming up with that trade, so he's down here building a siege workshop and stables. He wants to try and smother Crazini from all angles. But you have to think Crazini, obviously not resigned yet. He wants to try something. What will that be? I really have no clue. If it's gonna be a massive demo shot, that'd be nice to see, but I don't think 4 demos will be enough unless he gets some meat in front. Now, it would be nice to see Green and Crazini team up now, but the question is, can Green deal with Gamisha? Well, there goes the meat, and there go the demos. It'll be short-lived, though. Decent shots. I actually think Green could. Like with Mamelukes, he could deal with all the paladins in the world if he microed them correctly. And then he could just start trading with Crazini. That would make this game go another 8 hours, but it's possible. But if he wanted to do that, he should start grabbing his trade carts and sending them back home so they won't die. And he should also, I think, like have Arbalest here or build a castle here or something like that so we could kill Gamisha's trade then. And there's the GG from Crazini.
I will win.
I think you are in the lead if you guys are having a competition like that. And now Gamisha has changed Green to enemy. These guys are going to fight it out now, but Green isn't attacking. So obviously Green was not expecting this, even though he has changed diplomatic stances, and Mameluk's going to do a good job now, but they should have started fighting earlier. Zergamus with the resub. Welcome back to the T90 Elite, man. Enjoy the spoils. Let's see how the Mamelukes do. Let's see what these guys do. Just look at the towers. destroying everything. All the trade will go down. I would just delete my markets immediately. Okay, so this is where the king is for green. Kamisha has his right here, not far away, but I don't think green can do anything. He's now sending out rams. Like, I don't get why players have waited so long. After 2.5 hours, why now? Especially green, considering he understands that blue has so many resources because he's just said so. Like, why now? Like, why now? I don't get it. But he has deleted his markets. Also, interesting point. There are markets down here, so if Kamisha wants to trade, he actually can do so. He just needs to destroy some of the things in the way. Oh, there's Mamluks still missing zealotry. They are missing zealotry, so they only even have 130 HP yet. Kamisha's going Cannon Galleon. I think Kamisha, I mean, just look at the populations, guys. Kamisha will win this game. 30 population, now that the trade has all gone down. He was at, what, 100 population with 84 trade cards? Now he's at 0. So I think Kamisha will win this game now. Green had an opportunity. He just had to go for a snipe. It would have been difficult for him. But Kamisha has played the late game from the very beginning, and no one has made a real attempt to snipe him and stop him from doing that. If you think back, Spooky Sean actually, I think, could have done it if he had a ranged unit. But I shouldn't say that no one made a real attempt, because Spooky Sean probably made the best attempt. Orange, he had a ballsy move with the petards, but it's so very difficult when there's so many of these towers. I don't think he realized how many towers were there, you know? But when Kamisha picks Spanish, this is what he does. I think this is the 3rd time he's done this in a game like this. Krazini, in my opinion, probably the most impressive player in this game, because he was all over the place and he didn't have allies most of the time. The most exciting move this game, though it probably wasn't the most impressive move, though it probably wasn't the best move for the entire game, had to be Orange. That's like the one thing we had to talk about, like just sniping his best friend. Like, why? But still crazy. But you know what? This still isn't over. No villagers are being created. Kamisha's coming in from the buildings on the right side now. It would be crazy if green does something now, after I've been acting like Kamisha has won it, but he has his king in palisade walls, so I think that says a lot. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure castles are stronger than palisade walls, unless something is new I'm unaware of. Has there been a patch or something? A palisade wall patch? Oh, this is nice. Look at this. His paladin is distracting the castle, so the bombard tower can eventually destroy the castle and take some time. Actually, the bombard tower has more range. Has the game ended? Wouldn't it be something if they're like, hey, I need to go pee, BRB. Let me see. It's possible they just resign or something. Okay. Like, seriously, why would someone pause now? Let me message Kamisha real quick. I saw movement. Chose to continue instead of save and exit. If it continues, we wait. Is someone trying to save? One of those people? I remember when I used to play as a noob, I like get some of those people who would like pause the game, and I didn't know you could unpause the game, and I'd argue with them for like a half hour, and then I'd eventually resign, and I'd be like, dang it, they took my points. And then like the people who would do the save thing for like an hour as well. Is that what he's trying to pull? I don't think he is.
Just to keep it going.
Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. My ship is on the land. Can't move it. Yeah, I saw that earlier, Gamisha. You can actually do that. According, I believe, to Dave and Sci-Fi, you can actually do that. I think by patrol or something like that, so it's probably just patrol. I believe it's similar to patrolling units across water as well, which you can do. Like conquistadors, you can patrol across water on fast speed with no lag, or maybe with lag, I forget. I'm not an expert. Quote that! T90 official. I'm not an expert. Nice stuff. My only production is Scout Cav. So Green is just gonna... He's gonna make what he can. He's gonna do what he can here, guys. But this game is over. He's gonna make scouts. Get over here and finish it. Still, Gamisha is pulling a Gamisha. You realize... Okay, realize I like Gamisha and I recognize he has talent, but still, I'm gonna give him constructive criticism. He freaking has full control of the game and he's still doing this campy crap. That's the worst constructive criticism I've ever given. That was so unconstructive. Gamisha, go in there with units, man. Seriously. 41 population, he's making scouts. And you're massing units on water and he's covering the marsh. Like, it seriously, it bothers me to my core. I understand it. Like, I understand it because he doesn't want, he's scared that something's gonna happen and he doesn't want to, like, lose, I guess. Or he wants to troll, I guess, with the trade cards. But, to an extent, it can be very... It can be too much. Anyway, there go the trade carts. He's gonna run in there and use them as a meat shield. Paladins actually aren't gonna be enough. Obviously, the Mamluks are gonna be hard to deal with. But in the end, he should just be able to overrun. Can I not just end the game? Well, I don't like doing that. But if we don't see land units from Gamisha, I might do that. There's no reason I should have to end the game. Well, he can make things to kill Mamelukes because Green doesn't have any resources and he has no population and he has no villagers. So this should be the game here. Alright, so the trade cart's still alive. The king should die, and that was one heck of a game. One heck of a game indeed. Assuming Green doesn't run his king around and around and around, which I don't think he will do. Thank you, Green. That was a good game. That was a really good game. A lot of talking points there. And, I really liked that one. The map, well, a map like that can actually be kind of bad because of the wood, but seeing as the players traded, it wasn't really that bad. It was respectable. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So, I thought it was a pretty good map. Overall, I think you have to trade if you know you're going to run out of wood, and the players who formed alliances had more success there. So that was well played. Now, again, I think Mega Random can be a little bit weird at times, so I need to maybe think about using other maps a little bit more frequently, because when there's more gold, you're gonna find there's less wood, but I didn't think the wood was as much of an issue. I didn't see many players run out of wood, so pretty good play. I think everybody had a really big part in that one, with the exception of maybe Toxtronic, who got ganged up upon by Crazini pretty quick. So sorry to hear that, buddy, but everybody did a good job. Feel a little bit bad for Vivimus still because he had a lot of resources in the bank when he died. But yeah, great game, guys. I'll look at the achievements now. It would be great if there were relic rewards for taking part in community games. Tuxtronic, then people would just type !play to play in community games, and then I don't see that being a really good system because people sign up for community games and they don't play as it is. So then people would just say, "Oh, I can't play, but I don't know." I don't see it being a good system. I think the betting system is just the best way to do it, and you already get relics for subscribing. You get double the relics for watching the stream as a sub, and you get relics for just watching the stream. So I think it's more than enough, in my opinion. There's the units killed. Gamisha had the best kill death ratio. I think the towers had a lot to do with that. You can see the buildings raised as well. Ton buildings raised for him. The largest army is very interesting. Orange actually had the largest army, and you can see the rest of the kill death for everybody. Grazini had one more unit lost than units killed. Interesting there. And there's the resources collected. So if you look at the numbers there, you can say that the Bombard Tower trade boom strat is a little bit OP. Just a little bit. 125k gold collected versus 83k, which is what green had in comparison. Technology stats. There you go. Poor Tuxtronic didn't make it to imp. He didn't last too long this game, but that's what happens. You got to pick on some people to get that map control.